So there you go, Shawn, The Boys from Killybegs. That's a great song.
That's right. That's from our last album, and we recorded most of that around Donegal. My first time on a boat like that, so I was a bit petrified.
Yeah.
And
now, you're very welcome to a little bit of Ireland.
Thank you very much.
This is your first visit, of course.
That's right.
And of course, we go back a long way.
A long time.
A long time. And do you owe a mountain, by the way?
No, I don't think so. I think we're paid up in full.
Well, listen, it's great to see you. You're looking very well, and I must say you've turned out now. You've done me proud.
Oh well, thank you.
You're nearly as good looking as what I am today.
Nearly as good. I'm just not quite there now yet. You know.
Well, listen, The Boys from Killybegs, and of course that was a great track, wasn't it? A real bouncy number, wasn't it?
Yeah, that album. We decided to record songs that were written by different songwriters. That was one of the ones we picked, and it's been very, very popular. You know? I think the Irish songs, I know from my point of view, working especially in the UK and in Scotland and that, the Irish songs are very, very popular.
Absolutely, and they go down well, don't they?
Yeah, and you can tend to sort of maybe change the programme and maybe try and do different other things, and people will
still come back and ask if the old songs.
Still looking for the Fields of Athenry, still looking for the Rose of Clare, still looking for those type of songs. So you sort of have to keep them going, you know? Yeah,
exactly. And of course you're from Camross in the County Laois.
That's right, in the Midlands. For those people who probably wouldn't, we're right smack in the centre of Ireland. And from a farming background, eldest of 11, 7 boys and 4 girls. Yeah. And we were sort of brought up at home. Well, really there was a Cayley scene then, and you know we were all involved in Coltis and Scorn and Og. That's the big GAA competitions, as you know. And my mother and father would have influenced us to be active in all that sort of thing, and set dancing and all that. So we used to sing at the local concerts in the parish hall, and we had a curate priest at the time, Father Lawrence Dunphy, who was all into getting the younger children to be participating in these things. So that's what we grew up with, and then we formed a little ballet group, myself and Elizabeth and Martina and Sharon.
The sisters?
Yeah, my sisters.
Right.
There was 5 of us all together.
Right.
And we used to do the halls and do the competitions and all that. And when I was I think I was about 14 or 15, and they were all very small, we got a chance to go on an RTE show called Anything Goes. So we did that when we were all very young. We kept doing that type of thing, and then we formed a little band, myself and Elizabeth and Martina. I played guitar, Elizabeth played keyboards, and Martina played tambourine and a little bit of acoustic guitar as well. So we started doing cabaret, pubs, local weddings if anybody would book us for them, and that sort of thing. And did that for maybe, I'd say 4 or 5 years around locally. And then one of the girls got married. So that left me sitting, well, would I go on myself? So I started doing a one-man show. Yeah. Did that for a few years, and then in 1990 put a band on the road, and I've been knocking about ever since.
I remember getting a hold of your very first CD. It was probably done on the IMB record label, was it?
That's correct, on Second Thoughts.
Right.
That's right.
That was a brilliant CD.
Lovely.
That certainly transported you into the music world, didn't it?
I was lucky, I think, at that time, Richard, because when I did that IMB album, Foster and Allen invited me along to do a UK tour. Right. So I did a month with Foster and Allen all around the UK.
And that gave you the exposure?
It did, really, and it was great, because when I started coming over here to work in my own right with my own band, some people had heard of me, if you want to put it that way. Yeah. So we had an audience that started to come out and see us. Yeah. And I've been very, very lucky, you know, ever since, to be still here and still working. And
you are a busy band.
Yeah,
there's
mostly,
no doubt about
we
it.
Kept going, Well, we've been, as I say, about 20 years now going around doing what I'm doing, and I love every minute of it. Yeah. We've worked extensively in the UK, Scotland.
Certainly have.
We've done Shetland Islands, Orkney Islands.
Built a massive fan club?
Yeah. Yeah,
massive
fan
club.
Yes, it has gone very well. Because I can remember coming over and working for you in Brighouse. I remember doing concerts and doing shows and all that sort of thing.
They were
wonderful times.
Gigs, weren't they?
We had some great crack. You know what I mean? Really good.
We met some tulips along the way.
We did,
didn't we?
Yeah. We still meet tulips.
But we had great times.
We had some good times. Yeah. Really.
And of course, I started singing with your band, didn't we?
That's right.
And that again gave me the exposure as well, of course. You know, and so I think. I mean, how long are you on the road now?
Well, I mean, I've been at it really since I left school. When I was 17, I left school, and I've been a sort of at it since then, really, you know.
Right.
But I worked when I left school originally. I started working for the ESB at home, reading meters. And I got bit more times with dogs than I could even count. And I had a Honda 50 running around the roads, you know, with this Honda 50 reading meters. And then I got a job in a hospital in Mount Mellick in County Laois.
You were a porter, were you?
I was a porter. But I had this thing in my head that I wanted to go on to do male nursing.
Right.
And I thought
not a surgeon or not
I wouldn't have the brains.
Not a brain surgeon.
Not at all. No.
No.
But I went into the hospital and I started working. I was only about 18 at the time, and we were working for the Sisters of Mercy. They were the nuns over the hospital. And it was a very strict regime. I was very, very young and very giddy and all that. I'm still probably fairly giddy. Yeah. But it was something that I wanted to do because I thought, well, this will give me an insight into what it's like to work in a hospital. Yeah. And after 2 years, I just felt that it wasn't for me. Yeah. And I was doing a one-man show at the time, the music, that type of thing. And I was doing very well. And I just decided in a whim, I was permanent in the job. As my mother said to me when I came home and jacked in the job, you're after leaving a pensionable job. Well, I left the pensionable job just on a whim and I've been at the music full time since. And I don't regret it. I love it.
Not at all. I mean, you've been extremely successful. Look, how many top-selling albums have you had to date?
Well, I've had I think it's 9 albums to date. And
DVDs?
5 DVDs.
Yeah.
So we've been very
all
lucky.
very successful in their own right, haven't they?
Very lucky, yeah.
Very, very
I have
good.
to say, I think that when you're in this sort of business, there's a lot more to the business than just going along and singing and doing your thing. I think it's very important to get to know people. I mean, I have people coming to see me, Richard, since I started on the road, honest to God.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've been coming out to see me and they've always supported me. Yeah. And through thick and thin. And, you know, and I'd like to say to anybody listening at the moment out there, thanks for all the support, for buying the albums, buying the DVDs, coming to the shows and all that. And it's all fierce important. But I enjoy the thing. Another thing that we've been doing for the last 17 years, we have what we call our fan club gatherings. Yes. But it's open to everybody. Yeah. And we bring over a couple of coach loads of people from both England and Scotland.
Is that Sheila?
Sheila Graham,
and
yes.
she's still there, Sheila?
Running the fan club.
She was there from the start?
Yes, from the very beginning. And then Bob is managing me now nearly 20 years.
Yes, I was going to say Bob Condon, Harmony Music Management. Again, a very lucky move there with Bob, because John McNichol was saying the same thing. Right, yeah. That it's very important, of course, in this business is to have the right man behind you.
Well, it's important to have somebody that you can trust and somebody that you like as well and get on with. And Bob has been managing me now, I think it's about 18 years, something like that. Absolutely. And in the 18 years, him and I have never had a bad word. And that's the truth. We've never had, no. Maybe he could have had plenty to say to me at times, but never has.
No, he's an easy enough fella, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I won't say he's easygoing, but, you know, he takes the job very seriously.
He's very good at what he does.
He does, yes. You know, and I think
that's evident for you being on the road so long. And, of course, John McNichol now has had
John
5 successful years already.
That's correct. So, but I think that in the mindset of yourself, you have to be down to earth and know what you want to do. I don't have a problem travelling or getting into the van and going anywhere. I have no problem. As I say, enjoy doing what I'm doing. I think that, you know, when some people get into the business, they don't realise the amount of going that there is, the amount of driving and the amount of work. You know, getting to places, been on time. Yeah.
Listen, you have a new album out.
That's correct.
Tell us a bit about this new album.
The new album is called The Best of Shawn Cuddy.
Okay.
It's a double album, 36 songs in all.
Okay.
I recorded an original song written by a guy called Wes Cardy called Story from My Daddy, which has been very, very popular. And it's a mixture of some of my older stuff, some newer stuff and all that, and it's really going well. I was really surprised at the actual interest in the thing, and people love the fact that they're getting a double thing.
Yeah. Shawn, you have a tour coming up shortly. Tell us.
Well, we're heading over. In fact, for the next few weeks, we're over in the UK.
Right.
We're basically. I think we come over next week. I think it's for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then we're at home a weekend. We're back over then for Patrick's Week, and it's a busy time.
Now, can we get some details from your website? Or
yes, we have a website, www.shawncuddy.com.
Right. Now, can people find the dates on the website?
Well, yes, they're on the dates are there. Another thing I wanted to tell some people, if they're interested out there, we're doing a trip to the USA in November of this year. We're going to Las Vegas and San Francisco for 9 days. Details will be on the web about that, but if anybody wants to chat to me at the dances or shows,
that's grand,
about that as well.
But the details will be on the website shortly.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Shawn, it's been great to see you.
A pleasure talking to you as well, and continued success with the show.
Yes, and Bob, as usual, had you here bright and early this morning.
Oh yes, bright and early.
I'll tell you, he doesn't mess about, does he?
No.
Airport, there.
Airport, yes,
no
on
messing,
time, yes.
and home.
We're nearly as good as Ryanair.
Very good. Very good. Just brilliant. It's been great to see you. And
the same to you.
You're looking very well.
Well, I don't know about that.
Prosperous, I may say, as well.
Well, hopefully.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Keep in touch with us.
We will.
Keep letting us know what's happening. And in the meantime, the best of luck to you for the future.
Thanks very much.
Shawn Cuddy, thank you.
Thank you, Richard.